Adventure with Don. Hey, I have a different one for you this time. I joined a photo scavenger hunt. So the idea behind it is they provide you a list of items you need to take photos of, and at the end of 1 month, the person that takes as many photos of items listed wins some type of prize. I'm not too worried about that. The concept behind it is to challenge yourself in taking photos of a bunch of different things to get you out of your comfort box and, maybe learn something new. So here's the list. It's only 4 pages long with 165 items. On the bright side, number 67, train in motion. I'm all over that. And even 23, bald eagle. I like bald eagles. So that's the concept. The kicker is you gotta have their logo in the photo. So somewhere you gotta put the logo so it's into the photo, just to ensure that you didn't use some past photo or something like that you did it actually within this month. Now, how I'm gonna get this logo into a picture of a bald eagle flying by, I haven't thought of that one yet. But they do have different sizes. I got a whole bunch of them, smaller, bigger. I just got to figure out how to put them into the photo. Sure, I guess if you wanted to Photoshop it into a photo, and that's not the point. You're just trying to get, like I said, challenge yourself to take photos and get outside of your comfort zone. Now, how am I going to make that into an adventure? I don't know. I'm assuming what I'll do is get several photos, and the best ones I have, I'll put into an adventure. Maybe even make it a 2-parter, depending on how well I'm doing on checking off items on the list. But we'll see how it goes. If nothing else, it's just going to be fun. It's going to be an adventure. So, started yesterday. I already have 1 or 2. I think I have 1 in the bag so far. And I have some plans already for some today. So, let's cut this off. Let's get out there. Plus, it's supposed to rain like that for the next 3 or 4 days. So, I'm going to try to get a bunch off right away. If not, hey, I got a whole month. And I got 165 items to go over. Is that what it was? Yeah, 165. Wow. But don't worry, they're pretty easy. One's a baby elephant. May not get that one. I was trying to think of a way how to show you these photographs without it looking like Uncle Joe Bob's slideshow you had to go to as a kid of their vacation to Lake Winnehachi or something. And the more I thought about it, it's kind of gonna be that, but with a twist. First of all, I took 144 photos in this contest. You're not gonna see 144 of those photos. I'll save you that right now. But what I am going to do is kind of a combination of showing you photos, and if there was a photo that was more interesting to me, either on how I had to take it or where I was at to grab it, I'll give a little brief explanation to kind of give you some background of it or backstory. If not, it's probably just going to kind of be a slideshow. The first one, the very first photo I took in this contest
was wagon wheel. Well, I knew right where to go for a wagon wheel because in my mother-in-law's yard, she has an old wagon with wheels. And I knew that because a few years ago, I went there and took photos of that wagon with the Milky Way and pine trees in the background. And actually, that photo is sitting in my wife's office. So that's the first photo, and then we'll just go from there. So here is the first photo.
I needed an auto bridge, and I always like this bridge. But everybody has a different name for it, so I don't know what it's called. Had fun with this one, people playing cards. And my grandson had a straight flush. Where am I going to find snow in the middle of September? Oh, wait. And I think blowing bubbles turned out pretty cool. Well, for this contest with 165 photos to take, you'd think there'd be some for night photos. Well, as luck would have it, there is. I'm supposed to do a night photo with the Milky Way and a light painted object. So Milky Way is going to be somewhere around here. Anyway, and hey, got an object to light paint. Now, I've been out here before, really like the area, so kind of familiar, but got to play around with it still some. And then also I got to take a blue hour photo, which blue hour is getting closer. Probably going to do that over there. And I might move this camera for the Milky Way at a different angle. We'll have to see. We'll have to see where the Milky Way's at. But if it all turns out, here they are. Since we're on night photos, also got to take a urban scene at night. Where am I going to find a lowrider in Siskiyou County? Oh wait, it's a car show but just before the contest ended. Getting this photo, panning car, was just fun. I've always heard about doing focus stacked images, but I've never tried one. So this one was actually pretty fun to me because I learned something new, as this is actually 6 photos stacked together. And this antique watch has been passed down at least 3 generations. The last photo I'm going to share, a silhouette of a couple holding hands, was my favorite photo. Took a lot of fun photos, but this was my favorite.
I know what you're thinking. How well did I do in that competition? Well, out of the 165 photos they asked for, I submitted 144. I thought that was pretty impressive for a 1-month period. So, what does that mean in the big competition? Well, as they put it, I got an honorable mention. What that means is I was in 4th place. 3 people were better than me, and Yeah. They only give prizes to the first 3. But what the heck. It was a lot of fun doing it. Got out to places that I probably wouldn't have done. Taking pictures of things I might not have done. So it was all good. I hope you enjoyed the photos that I did share with you. And like always, thanks for watching.
Who said I couldn't find a baby elephant?